I've been dead hanging for over 110 days. So now I'm going to talk to you about all the things I've learned while doing this. But I'm not going to dead hang and talk at the same time. I'm just going to come up like this. First of all, you got to get a good rig. This one may be my favorite. It's easy to take down, put up. It does have some problems from the standpoint that you've got to center it. There's a limitation on the door frame, the width, or the arch, or wherever you're at, and it could damage the molding. You have to be careful about that. But it does give you this position here, and this position. This is probably my favorite position. The gloves also help. I've done a review on hanging and pull-up gear. I'll post that down below and somewhere up there. But let's talk about the 110 days worth of hanging. I started doing this. I wanted to kind of improve my back. I'll get into a hanging position. I like to pull up a little bit, and I've seen that on a whole bunch of forums and just do a little bit of swaying back and forth, and that helps. I started with 2 1-minute hangs. I'm a climber and I do a lot of grippy things like rowing and things like that, so a minute to me was doable. Now when you get to the 50-second or 40-second point, it's mental toughness, at least for me, to keep a hold, but I could do it. And then I went up to 3 minutes. So I did 3 1-minute hangs, and that seemed to work with a little bit of break. These gloves, by the way, are just awesome from preventing what I call lined hands or wrinkled hands. Depending on how big your hand is, I have a bigger palm, smaller fingers. I actually do a kind of a hanging, a climbing move where I wrap my thumb around like this, and that helps lock it in. I had a shoulder problem. The hanging actually helps, especially if I go out a little further like this. So that's helped loosen up my shoulder and not get the popping shoulder that I used to have, and it just keeps getting better. Pulling up a little bit on the shoulders is key. Having the right gloves helps out, at least for me. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm trying to extend my hang beyond a minute. My personal record currently, after starting at day 100, so I'm on day 115 right now, I can get a hang out to 1 minute and 45 seconds. I'm shooting for 2 minutes, so we'll see how that goes. And then after 2 minutes, who knows? So I'll do a 145 hang and then a 115 hang and still get the 3 minutes in. After doing a 145, 115 doesn't seem so bad. No matter how many times or how much of a break I get, around the 50-second point, I've got to really think about push through the hang from the standpoint of my fingers giving out. But according to Peter Attia and others, hanging and grip strength is key to longevity, and so that's why I'm going to keep doing this probably for the rest of my life. If you're interested in all sorts of fitness ideas, testing out of sports equipment, photography gear, making and breaking things, designs of all kinds, I even do costumes, cosplay, and props, check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what physical test you might see.